I don't know. I can't even believe that I'm about to tell you this. It's just so weird. So, welcome back to my channel. You guys probably already know that I'm single and that I've been trying to put myself out there a bit more recently. Maybe it's because it's winter and everyone wants a cuddle buddy to warm up to. Anyways, so I'm thinking about starting a YouTube series called Tinder Fails or something, because literally I cannot get anything right on Tinder. As you probably can tell from the title of the video, this is gonna be a story about another Tinder fail. But it's like the most bizarre Tinder fail ever that I've been a part of. So yeah, let me just fix this camera because I feel like I'm making it wobble. Hopefully that's a bit better. For me, meeting up with guys means a lot of anxiety. I'm pretty sure that I have social anxiety, and I'm pretty sure I've told you this before. And so when I meet up with guys, I usually prefer to have some alcohol involved so that I can just calm my nerves, calm myself down. So yesterday I decided to meet up with a guy I've been talking to forever. Well, not forever, but still. I've been talking to him for a very long time on Tinder. And I thought it would be perfect to meet up yesterday because I was going to my flatmate's leaving party, or my old flatmate's leaving party in the evening, so I thought I could meet up with this guy first, and then I could have a great excuse to leave. Or I would have to leave either way if it was bad or good. So I just thought, oh, this is perfect. I can just meet up with this guy at a nearby bar, and then I can just hop on over to the other party. So we decided to meet up at this bar that's really close to me. It's in an area where there's a lot of people. So it was a very safe environment. And he was very attractive, very outgoing. He was very funny. Our senses, do you say senses of humor or our sense of humor? Anyways, our sense of humor matched. Conversation was flowing. Drinks were flowing. No, I just had 2 drinks, so it was all good. He had a few beers, and we were just laughing the night away, and I was like, oh, this date is pretty promising. And then, obviously, as the date went on, we obviously got to know each other more and more, asking each other questions, probed a bit more. And yeah, so it was all going great and fine. And then he asks me what I like to do in my free time. And I just went with the usual spiel: hang out with friends, work out, make videos, yada yada yada, all that stuff. And then obviously I asked him the question as well. And he basically had the same stuff except making videos. He loved going to the gym. He loved playing football. Loved hanging out with friends, playing video games. But then he's like, do you have any like weird hobbies? And I'm like, what do you mean? And he's like, yeah, just, do you have any like hobbies that's not like very usual? And I was like, I don't know, I play the accordion, maybe that's unusual, I don't know. And he's like, oh, okay. And then he like goes silent, or like it just seems like his mood has shifted. And I'm like, okay. But obviously I don't know him that well, so I'm not going to be like, are you okay? I don't know. I just tried to continue the conversation, but just move on to a different subject. But his mood was just weird when I was talking to him. He like started giving me really short answers, and I'm like, okay, blah blah blah. And then like maybe 5 minutes later, he's like, I'm sorry if I'm being weird, but like, well, remember when we were talking about our weird hobbies? I was like, yeah, dude, that was like 5 minutes ago. Of course you remember. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm gonna tell you this. And then he's like, yeah, like I have a weird hobby too. And I'm like, okay. And what is it? And he's like, well, it might sound weird, but it's really not. And I'm like, as soon as he said that, I'm like, okay, I feel like this is gonna be pretty weird. It's like, I feel like it's kind of when people say, I'm not racist, but. And then he's like, I like drinking human blood. And I'm like, sorry about that, guys. My camera just died, so I'll just hiccup where I think I left off. So, he tells me that he likes drinking human blood. Why? I mean, to be honest, my first thought should probably be that I'm scared for my life. But I'm pretty sure my first thought was, why me? Why does this always happen to me? Like, it's like I attract weird people for some reason, and I'm not sure why. But yeah, so I completely understand if you guys like want to laugh at my misery, because I would too. Like, I actually feel really bad for myself. But anyway, so I'm like, obviously I'm creeped out, and I know like this will not go anywhere. Like, I have to get out. But like, obviously you can't just stand up and leave, or at least like I felt like I couldn't, because it felt like a bit awkward, and also to just leave a guy when he thinks he's being vulnerable, maybe, I don't know. So I was just thinking in my head like a game plan, like how can I get out of this? So I just asked him some more questions about it, and I'm like, okay, so you like drinking human blood, like why? And he's like, oh, it's like, it's not sexual or anything, but like it just gets me aroused. And I'm like, that's the exact definition of something being sexual. Like, what's wrong with you? Anyway, so I've established that he's one, creepy, number two, stupid. And I'm just like, okay, is it your own blood? Is it other people's blood? And he's like, yeah, it's mainly just my own. And I'm like, so you drink other people's blood as well? He's like, yeah, every now and then, like, but it's all consensual. And I'm like, obviously, I had to ask him more. I'm like, so how does this happen? And he's like, well, I met, like, a few girls on Tinder that have been, like, into the idea of me drinking their blood. And I'm like, what the hell is wrong with people? Like, seriously. And I'm just flabbergasted. Like, I don't know what to do. So I'm like, oh, okay. Well, just to be clear, I'm not into any of this. And when I said that, his face, it's like he was looking at me as if I was like weird or rude. And I was like, why don't you just chill? Like, I'm not the weird one here. And so he like kept asking me questions. He's like, why are you not into that? And I'm like, I feel like it's pretty normal to not be into drinking blood, if that makes sense. And he's like, yeah, but like, would you be up for trying it? Like, life is all about trying new experiences. And I'm like, sure. Like, I get that life is somewhat about like making new experiences. But then there's also like weird shit I feel like no one should ever get into, if you catch my drift. And I mean, at this point, both of us are like uncomfortable. Sorry guys, again, the camera died, but now I've fixed a proper solution, so it's not gonna die on me again. Anyways, so at this point, the date is pretty terrible. And I'm basically dying and crying on the inside. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, like, is this dude a cannibal? Like, will he eat me? Although he didn't say anything about, like, eating people. But still, I feel like going from drinking someone's blood to eating their flesh would be a pretty, like, natural progression. I feel like the drinking blood part would be kind of the gateway drug to getting into the heavier stuff. So, and yeah, it's pretty awkward between us. I can tell that no one's enjoying this date because he obviously knows he's not gonna get to drink my blood. And yeah, I just want to get the hell out of there. So, I start going on like, oh, it's getting pretty late, and as I told you before, I have a party to go to, so I should really like get going to that one. And he just doesn't say anything. He just stares at me, and I'm like, shit, is this where he kills me? But then I'm like, no, I'm in a restaurant, like, stop. But he just doesn't say anything, and I'm like, so yeah, I should go. Like, I definitely need to go now. And then I just stand up and like start putting on my jacket. And he stands up and he looks me dead in the eye and he's like, everyone was right about Swedish people. You're so stuck up and so judgmental. And I'm like, excuse you? Like, oh God, I can't believe he took it there. But I'm like, this has nothing to do with my nationality. But if you need to tell yourself that to sleep at night, then go ahead. At this point, I don't even care. Like, why would I care about what he thinks of me? Because it couldn't be any lower of what I think of him. So I'm like, whatever, dude. So I just laugh. And then I take all my shit. And then I leave. Whew. And luckily, that was the last I've ever seen of him. But then again, that was only yesterday. And I think he lives in the West End. I'm not completely sure. But, like, seriously, I feel like I have to warn people about this guy. Like, that's some creepy shit. Like, seriously. And I can't believe I went on a date with him. If I was depressed about the incest guy that I met, like, how is this date supposed to make me feel? I feel like this is kind of like the beginning of a life full of disappointment and Tinder fails. But then again, they make for great YouTube videos, so maybe I should just keep going and pounding them out. Anyways, that was all for that Tinder fail. I'm still a bit traumatized by it. But I hope you enjoyed this video. And also, can you comment below if you think he was creepy or like what he's doing is a bit weird? Like, I get like people can have different like sexual leanings and that's completely fine. But I do find it a bit I have to admit, I do find it a bit creepy when it comes to like drinking blood and especially human blood. But yeah, if you think that I was in the wrong and that I actually was judgmental and stuck up, like, you can tell me as well, that's fine. I know people have different opinions and everything, so that's all good. But, oh man. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video anyways, and thank you guys for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do. And, yeah. Until next time, I'll smell you later. Bye!